Thank you very much. Good afternoon, officers. I've changed it around this time. It should be members. I've gone officers first. Members, thank you very much for coming. And anyone viewing on a live stream, welcome to the Grants Advisory Committee. I'm Jos Hales, Councillor Jos Hales. I'm the chair of this committee. Anyone joining us remotely, can you leave your cameras and microphone off, please, until called to speak? And for those in the room, can you make your microphone close to you when you're speaking? And I was going to say speak clearly, but I wasn't doing very well myself there, so thank you. Okay, let's crack on. Number one, apologies for absence. Aaron?
Thank you, Chair. We have one apology for absence today from Councillor Sue Ellington, and we have Councillor Bunty Waters subbing in her stead.
Thank you very much. Welcome, Bunty. As I said earlier, please just speak up if you feel anything that's bugging you, you need to know, then please just ask. Right, that's fabulous, thanks. Two, declarations of interest from members, that is. If you've got anything on the agenda that's going to cause you aggravation. There's a no from over there. Bunty, you okay? I am. Fabulous, thank you very much. There's nothing. Minutes, which is number 3. Minutes of the previous meeting, got 2 sets I've got to go through. So in your pack, agenda item 3, which is the 24th of September. That was our normal grants meeting. If you could have a look on that, that's on page 3 and page 4. If we're okay with that, I'll sign that off. And the other one was page 5, which was the 9th of October. That was the Rural England Prosperity Grants. It was a one-off agenda item, so that's page 5 and 6. So if you're okay with that one, that's a yes. Thank you very much. Okay. Erin, on number 4, do we have any public questions?
Thank you, Chair. No public questions received today.
Thank you very much. I'm surprised, actually, because we do have such a strong committee here that I'm surprised that members of the public don't write in with a question as to what else we might be able to fund and what have you, but perhaps that'll come. Maybe next month, you never know. Okay.
Get encouraging.
Indeed. Agenda item 5 is the main event. We have the main event officer, so Emma. This is the community chest grants. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Chair. So we've had 4 applications this month, totalling £7,568.38. Straight on to page 11, we have an application from Waterbeach Military Heritage Museum. So this was established in 1984, and it aims to educate and engage the public in the heritage of RAF Waterbeach, also its airfield and the former barracks and the surrounding area. The museum regularly hosts visits, talks, local organisations can come along, community groups, they include the Scouts, Guides, Cadets, preschools, cycling clubs and the Women's Institute. It also continues to support the annual 514 Squadron Association reunion, which is also held in Waterbeach. So the chair of the museum, who's the applicant, has applied to the community chest to purchase a limestone carving of a Waterbeach World War II aircrew returning from home, which is back in 1944. The carving is called The Return. It's inspired by the photo that you can see, and it's currently on loan from the carver himself. Total costs to purchase this carving, which is 4 feet by 3 feet, including the supply and installation, that is £12,000, and £2,000 has been requested from the community chest to go towards this. They've already raised a substantial amount in £8,500 from a variety of organisations that you can see, which includes the Beaches Social Club, Parish Council, the Military Museum have given £1,000 themselves, and also members of the public. That's to date, so obviously they're continuing to fundraise for the remainder of that. And we have support from all 3 district councillors. Thank you.
Thanks, Emma. I think this is a terrific application. I really do. I'll put the floor to your good selves if anyone's got any questions or any comments. Councillor Hanley.
Like you, I think it's a good application and I really hope we can support it. But I do have to ask the question, is it normal for a work of art to be supported from grant money from the community chest? I hope the answer is yes, but I think I have to ask the question.
Emma?
Thank you, Councillor Hales. So in our guidance, it says that the community activity or project must meet local needs and leave a legacy for the community, which I believe it does. There's a number of other aims that the community chest aims to do, which includes promoting healthy and active communities. So I think indirectly, if more people visit it, obviously it's the heritage, community engagement, it sparks conversation, boosts tourism, all those kind of things would obviously make it a little bit more, you know, I suppose brings people together, and it's, you know, it is a, you know, would meet the criteria in that respect, as far as I can see.
Does that answer your question, Bill?
Yes.
Brilliant. Pete?
Thanks, Chair. I assume the museum is a legal entity in its own right, and the ownership of the sculpture will pass to the museum. It's in some document we signed, so there's no debate down the road as to who actually owns it.
The applicant is the charity, so that would be, they would own it, and if they were to relocate, I'm assuming, because obviously it could be moved to another premises, so I don't think there would be an issue there.
Sunita or Bunty, if you've got a question, Sunita?
No questions. I really do support this.
Bunty?
Yes, I would be fully in agreement with this because it's part of this area's heritage with our flying squadrons, and I think it's a very nice thing to have, and I hope it can be advertised more about what is there, because it says admission is free, which is wonderful. And yes, I will fully support that.
That's fabulous. The fact you just said that, I think Emma just made a note, so I'm sure that when she writes back, that'll be mentioned. So can I take it from colleagues that we're in 100% agreement? I say yes. Thank you very much, Emma.
Thank you. Next application, page 13, is from Foxton Preschool. So they are a registered charity, so they're obviously, they're not sort of obviously part of the school system as such. They offer early years education for around 30 children aged 2 to 5. It's run by a dedicated volunteer committee and a team of early years practitioners, and is based at the Village Hall, which is owned by the Foxton Recreation Ground Trust. They have a rolling lease with the trust since they formed back in 2008. They'd like to introduce a forest school programme, and that's once a week in a designated area of its existing garden, which forms part of the recreation ground. So forest school sessions will be delivered in accordance with the 6 principles of Forest School Association, with activities designed to promote confidence, imagination, creativity, resilience and well-being. Total costs to start this project up for year 1 are £2,106.55, and £2,000 has been requested from the community chest. There's a whole list there of various items, including first aid kits, tools, training costs, and we also have confirmation from the parish council that they will be they're suggesting that they would be happy to fund £500 towards this. They just need to confirm at their next committee meeting in November. And we have support from Councillor James Hobrow. Thank you.
Thanks, Emma. I've just got one question unless anyone was going to ask it, so I'll apologise, but I was doing the mathematics as well. So if they're asking for 2,000, it costs £2,106.55, and they have the promise of 500 quid. Do we still grant the 2,000, or do we deduct any other funding from the parish council, perhaps?
I think in this case it's quite a small amount, £106 in terms of the whole sort of project itself. Like with other applications, if obviously they couldn't sort of start, they would obviously return the funding to us. But I'm quite confident that they could probably do this. But I could always ask the question or put it into any kind of agreement if needed.
Perhaps we could just remind them that if there's any unspent of our grant, that perhaps they could return that to us. That would be handy.
Yeah,
we
that
could
goes
pass that on
without saying,
to somebody else. Councillor Bill.
Yeah, Chair, that's a fair point. I think it depends to an extent if there are children and parents are going to benefit from the wider area, in which case I don't think I'd quibble over 500 quid.
Nor me. Pete, Sunita, Peter?
Yeah, thanks. They do seem a little bit more organised than there was another forest school came to a parish council and they had none of the principals there. So from that perspective, I'm supportive. I'm sure the preschoolers are going to have fun with the mallets and knives, though. Glad to see that first aid kit is also on the list. But yeah, it seems like a good application otherwise.
Thank you. Anybody else for any comments? Bunty?
I just think these are very good, very exciting things for young children because it will prompt conversation and activities, and they will take it back and hopefully will be the start of, as it grows, as they get into secondary, their primary school, and I think it's a very good idea. What did you say about the 500?
Because the Parish Council have offered to make a one-off of £500, the project cost is only 2,100, just over. So they're asking for 2,000 of that, so it's only £100, to find, if you like, and the parish are offering 500. So they'll just be asked to bear in mind that if there's any of our money left, that they might want to give it back. No, of our grant money that if we approve this grant, yeah, that they would perhaps like to return it. But as Councillor Hanley rightly said, I'm sure that the whole project, we all know what happens these days, that you make a costing and then somebody in their right mind says, we'll put that price up a little bit, so you're going to be a bit of slack in the system. So, but this is really good. Melbourne Primary's got one of these, and all you can hear in like a 200-yard vicinity is little ones either singing, laughing, playing. It is it's a delight when you hear it. So I'm very much in favour. So anybody else to speak? If not, can I just have a show of smiles? That'll do. Thank you very much. That's lovely. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you. So the next one is page 16, which is the Sixth Sense Collective. It's a fairly new organisation. I've not heard of this one before, but it's a theatre company which is led by and for the local neurodivergent young people, and they're aged 15 to 25 in that category. It operates as a community interest company, and it's run mostly by volunteers, a committee and specialist advisors. Rehearsals take place at Anglia Ruskin University and Centre 33 in Cambridge, and young people and their supporting adults come from across the district as well as Cambridge to take part. Plans are to expand the membership in the future so more people can benefit from the opportunities that they provide. They've already had 2 sellout performances last year, and the next one is a play which is called What I Don't Know About Autism. That will be taking place at the Cambridge Arts Theatre in the spring. They've said that as the current rehearsal venue has no equipment except chairs, they'd like to apply to the community chest for a full set of theatre blocks and a whiteboard. Total costs are £1,568.38, including VAT, all of which is being requested from the community chest. Funding has been received to pay for the theatre technicians already, and also the venue hire. That's come from Cambridge City Council, £4,750, and Cambridge Community Foundation, £2,975. They've also said that they're happy to share these resources with other local groups if they're successful. And we have support from Councillor Sunita Hansraj and Councillor James Rickson. Thank you.
Thanks, Emma. Sunita, since this is your patch, you'll know. Yeah, thanks.
I'm a bit confused. Is this for Willingham? I'm Histon and Impington. I do fully support this. This is a very good cause, and whoever's dealing with this theatre company is putting in a lot of hard work to get these shows going. So I'm more than 100% supportive. But I'm just confused about the area and why me and James for us to write, although we both support it.
It includes some of the people that attend are from Histon and Impington, so that may be why. But yeah, it's from the whole district. So
Chair. Yeah, I mean, it does say Willingham and Fulbourn, but that's just the catchment, I think, where people come from. So that's, you agree? Yeah, yeah. Empty chair. I think this is a cracking project, and I'm very much willing to support it, happy to support it.
I think this is a cracker as well when you're given the subject matter. There's not a lot of this around, so this is fabulous. So if anybody else like to speak on it, or do we go straight to the smiley faces, Peter?
I assume they got storage for all these blocks in the rehearsal space. Otherwise, it look, as you say, it looks like a really good project. Our city colleagues already provided significant funding, so we don't want to be left behind.
they've said that they've got agreements that the blocks can be stored at the venue. So I'm assuming that they wouldn't have agreed it if there wasn't space for them. So.
Superb. Can I look at the smiley faces then? That's it. Thank you very much. Superb. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, over to you.
Thank you. The last one, page 18, is Cambridge Women's Rugby, part of Cambridge Rugby Club. They're based in Grantchester. They were formed in 2022, and they are dedicated to promoting inclusivity and equality in sport for women and girls across Cambridge and South Cambridgeshire. 74 women currently play, and around half of these are from the Grantchester area. There's no charge to take part. So they're free, they're open to all. There's no restrictions on age or prior experience in sport, which is obviously fantastic. And they have requested funding for some shared rugby equipment. This will help remove some of the financial barriers that some people find participating in sport, which is great. Obviously with women as well, sometimes, there are barriers to participating. Total costs for this equipment is £2,029.95, and £2,000 has been requested from the community chest. List of items there: line out hoop, tackling mat, speed sled, weighted balls, rugby tackle bags, bit of shipping as well for £14.95, and we have support from Councillor Lisa Redrup. Thank you.
Thanks, Emma. When I read through this, I noticed that they were asking for councillors from the grants team to take part in the next rugby match. So obviously, Peter, Bill and myself can't, because this is a women's team. So obviously, Sunita and Bunty, sorry Bunty, you're here, otherwise it would have been Sue. Right, so we will be signing you up now. When you finish the meeting, if you could go down Dem Services, we'll give you your boots and your kit and everything, and your water bottle. Right, yeah, so... but we must have hydration, of course, when you're being thrashed to bits on the rugby pitch. Okay, but I think this is absolutely fab. So, anyone else got any more sensible comments? Sunita.
So I do want to say I'm really happy to see this, because it involves women and sport, and I'm fully supportive of this. It's like seeing a women's cricket team making progress, women in rugby. So I'm happy for this grant to be awarded.
I don't think you should gloat quite so much that the men's teams are not looking as good as some of the women's teams. Okay, right? This is harsh. Okay, but I totally agree with you. I think it just ramps up the competition. It's perfect. So on that note, unless anyone else got to say anything, we've got to get Sunita and Bunty away to get kitted out, right? Can I see some smiley faces for this? That's a yes. So thank you very much. Emma, I understand there was only 4, and this was number 4. Have you got anything else to add, other than it was lovely to come? Okay. In that case, I have the honourable bit to say thank you very much for you and the team for doing all this. That's fab. Thank you very much for Dem Services for running the online bits and bobs. Thank you to you lot, and obviously to Bunty and Sunita for what they're going to do over the weekend. Right, but thank you very yeah, yeah. I'm not sure which one's going to be the prop, but hey, but thank you very much for coming. But it falls to me now because it's the 30th of October, so tomorrow is D-Day for the spooks and horror and all that sort of stuff. So this is more to members of the public. Thank you very much for turning up and listening to this broadcast from South Cambridge District Council Grants Committee. But when you go out tomorrow, please be careful. Do not have too many sweets because the sugar rush can be very disruptive. Okay, so have a lovely time, but hey, let's be careful out there. I love that one. Hill Street Blues. Thank you very much, and goodbye.